ever missed the key piece of information? You know, the one piece you really needed to know. A couple of years back, our neighbours, John and Carol, were going off to Spain, and they had a Sky box. Well, I've got 3 teenage sons, and they were mad about football. We're all Manchester City fans, and they were playing a key game during the time when John and Carol were in Spain. So we've been friends and neighbours for years, and they've been really, really helpful despite being United fans. And they said very kindly that we could use their Sky box to watch the evening game on Wednesday evening when they were in Spain. And I went round, and John led me through all the things I needed to know about which remote control I needed to use, what I needed to switch on in order to watch the game. And I paid really careful attention. Well, I thought I paid careful attention, but a week and a half later, when we come to go and watch this game, we can get the television on and we can get the picture, but we can't get the sound. We try all the different remote controls, we try all the little buttons and presses, and we use all our logical reasoning to try and get the sound on. Eventually, somebody is sent back to go and get Radio 5 on the radio so that we can listen to different commentary, but still watch the match. And there's a little bit of a time delay between digital radio and television, so something really precise. Well, we texted John, but we didn't really want to disturb his holiday. And eventually, he did send us a text back to explain how we could get the sound on, and we got the sound for the second half. But I had missed a crucial piece of information. When John came back from his holiday, we were having a laugh about my technical inabilities. He said, yeah, I didn't think you were really paying attention. I thought you missed the key point. And he's right, I should have recorded it, because 10 days later, I couldn't remember what he'd actually said. And this happens to all of us at different times. Sometimes it's when you ask for directions and you stop a local and you're in your car, you're in somewhere unusual, you're already stressed because you're not in the right place at the right time. You might be running late, or you might have missed something. And they give you a series of instructions, and the first one, which is do you turn left or right at the end of this road, you forget. It doesn't really help. Sometimes all you need is just the next instruction. But sometimes we need a whole project handbook that leads us through step by step what we need to do. Sometimes our contracts kind of end up not paying attention to the one critical piece of information, the one thing that's different about this project. Yeah, we've kind of done all this before. We kind of go, yeah, same old, same old, same old. And we don't pay attention. We don't focus on the really important thing that's different about this project. I've done work with people where I've asked for something slightly different from their normal supplies, their normal service. And then they've billed me and I said, but you haven't done everything I asked you to do. And they've put me in the same box as everyone else. Normal, 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 normal. And I wasn't. I was something slightly different. And they've forgotten that I've agreed something different. Now, when it comes to your contracts, missing out the critical first step would be a mistake. Missing out what's different about what your contract is about than the normal would be a mistake. Put it centre stage. If there's news headlines of really big importance, they're splashed over the front page. I mean, letters this high. We don't need shouting capitals in contracts, but we might as well put the important information on the front page. So one of the things I've developed when I do my contracts is to make sure the key data, the key information is on the front page, ideally all of it on the front page if possible. Because that way you can't miss it. You can't miss what's really important, what's different about this project. But make sure that if there's something different, something unusual, that information gets to the person who needs to action it. Because it's like meeting your kids on the landing. You kind of go, right, what I need you to do is tidy your bedroom, put your clothes away, put the socks away, and feed the cat, do your practice, read a book, become a genius, fly to the moon, all that kind of stuff. And what you really only want them to do is to make sure they write a card to their Aunt Lucy or their cousin in order to make sure that they've got a present at the right time. You see, sometimes we give too much information. We need to make sure that the critical information stands out, that it gets the attention it deserves, and it isn't just lost in a sea of bump. If you make sure that what's different about working with you, what's different about this project, what the client wants is put centre stage in your contracts, that's where you will start creating contracts which safeguard your business without annoying your clients.